Hello, welcome to Clutch My Pearls, the podcast where I, Emily, learn all about the erotic fiction that my friends are reading. As always, I'm joined with Vanessa and Barbara.
Hello.
Hi.
That was a very good hello.
Thank you. I tried really hard.
This new year, new us.
Yeah, I'm not scared of anything anymore. That's how that works.
I'm pretending.
You can just decide to be better.
How is y'all's new year going so far?
Good.
Good?
Yeah.
Quiet,
Yeah.
which is what you want.
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
Same shit, different year.
Yeah.
Pretty
we got a new puppy.
Yeah, you
So if you hear any squeaking in the background, that's him. I didn't
Yeah,
want to
that's-
take away his joy too early. A couple episodes ago, we record here at my house, and I have these at Christmas time. I have like these bells on the door, and someone opened and closed it while we were here recording, and I heard it whenever I was listening to the episode again. And I thought I was home alone. I thought somebody came in the front door, and I got so scared that I came up here, and then I was like, oh wait, no, I think that was when that person came in the door. So now when you hear the squeaking, you'll hear our new baby.
did. Little baby boy.
I guess
baby
that's
boy.
the best part of the new year.
100%.
Your
yeah.
new dog.
It's
Your
my
new dog.
child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My new child. Thank you.
Yeah.
Vanessa and I have a lot of plans to, don't listen, but we have a lot of plans to
Steal
kidnap him.
Yeah.
Anytime I put him in the crate, you're gonna come bust him out.
Just for like a
Basically.
few years, just see how he's doing. Yeah.
Free baby.
Yeah.
Just until all of his health issues kick in.
Sure, yeah. Precious baby boy, financial burden.
We'll drop him off when he's sick.
And I'll take him. I'll take him at any time. But yeah, he's a sweetheart, but it's fun. And
Yeah. So that's what all that noise is. It's not, don't blame our audio engineer.
no, she's perfect. She does so much work.
So much work.
On the last or episode before last, I need to post about it. You wouldn't even know that we stopped for a good 45 minutes in between.
Literally, it was like 42 and change. We had to stop. Was it?
Your phone ran out of
Yeah.
your phone was recording video and it ran out of storage.
Yeah.
And then mine did in the middle of that.
And, then, and I think like a battery died, and I just sat here.
You just hung out.
With her terabytes.
Yeah.
Yes.
God, she was like, "Why don't you have the newest iPhone? Why don't you have this much storage?" And we were like,
I'm literally going to get a new phone.
Business expense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just need to start making money, but then we can have business expenses.
I think this is episode 13. We've hit so many weird like new things where like we had the issue with the audio recording. We had the issue with the like. So what will it be today?
Wow, that's exciting.
Hopefully nothing.
Number 13. Maybe it'll be lucky number 13.
Yeah.
It's Taylor Swift's number, so
Oh.
she is with us.
Yes.
Are we today you're presenting, is it a Taylor Swift book that you're presenting?
It is not.
Emily wants a Taylor Swift fanfic so
I want
bad.
a Taylor Swift Travis Kelce fanfic.
She was talking about that. I mean, I guess I can look if you're really hurting for it, but God, I don't know how much I can read. I'll send it to you and you
Never
let me know.
read about your heroes.
I
Is that what
will.
they're saying?
I think what I'll need is like I understand and appreciate her, but like I don't know enough about her that I feel like if you read it,
the lore.
you would be able to be like, she would never say that. She would never.
This is
do that.
alluding to this. This is
Yes.
an Easter egg. That's for all the Swifties out there. You get it.
Yes, that'd be fun. Okay, so what
Aw.
are we doing today?
We are doing a book that is by a really popular author, and actually, somebody reached out to us on TikTok. She goes by Megs.
Oh,
And we were chatting for a little bit, and then she was talking about another series by the same author. So I'm sorry, Megs, it's not that series, but it is another book by this author. So
Megs was a
shout
good
out to-
jumping off point.
yes,
Thank you. This is why we love to hear from all of y'all sending us emails, messaging us, following us, commenting, all of it. We read it all.
yeah, I love
course.
it. It's so fun and exciting because this is again like episode 13. We don't know what we're doing, and it's new. So come along with us.
Yeah, come on. It's at Clutch My Pearls Pod everywhere on the internet.
You can do it. But yeah, we're doing Neon Gods by Katee Roberts.
Vanessa just lit up.
That's
Yeah,
on
you
my
did.
TBR.
That was like tangible, like, whew.
Yeah.
It's on my TBR, and I feel like I've read something by her, but I don't know what it is.
Maybe it's the one that Megs was talking about.
What was the one?
I don't know.
And then I feel
It's
like
some
what was the author's name again?
Katee Roberts.
I think she did one like a bride, and it's like
The Dragon Bride?
Yes.
Okay, I think that's the one that Megs was talking about.
Okay.
Megs.
It's on my TBR.
It's coming. It's coming.
These are all on my TBR, so I'm so excited to hear about.
Ooh.
Okay, all right.
Neon Gods. Is
Neon
it fantasy?
Gods. It's not fantasy.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah,
not.
I feel like her books are not that like deep.
Okay.
They really are not. This series, it's the first in the series, Dark Olympus.
Ooh.
It's the Greek gods and goddesses,
Ooh.
Zeus and Hades and all that. And this is a Hades and Persephone.
Oh, okay. So I wanted to read one of these.
Yeah.
I mean, I see them all the time.
They're everywhere. It's such a popular. Yeah.
So does she do the whole series is like the different like couples of the Greek gods?
She does. It's like Persephone in this one, and then one of her sisters, I think, is in the next one. And I think there's like 4 of them or something like that. But
so are there names Hades and Persephone in the book? Oh.
Yep.
There's some scandalous like TikToks out there.
Like what?
Just like
Kind of dirty.
about the Hades and Persephone like dynamic like in
It's
the
my
books.
favorite.
You know what I mean? That's just like a common like trope. And so there's
What is the?
nasty.
I feel like I should know this. Hades is hell. What is Persephone?
Persephone is the daughter of Demeter, who's like the goddess of the harvest and like food.
Oh,
Persephone-
like abundance.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
and he kidnaps her, right?
Yeah.
But
it's like he's the god of the
it's-
underworld
yeah.
and he rules over the underworld and the dead. And Persephone is she's the goddess of spring, I think.
Ooh, okay.
She's always very like new, bright, shiny.
Ethereal.
Yes,
Yeah.
flowers.
Okay.
And very like
Very common in like artwork.
yes.
I feel maybe that's why I've heard her name so much and
So he like
Okay.
steals her away, but in order for there to be growth in the spring, you have to have death. So they're a match made in heaven,
oh my
Or-
god.
Olympus, and yeah.
Would this be like a grumpy sunshine dynamic? I'm learning all
I
the
could
new
see. I mean,
terms.
this is by far not the only like Hades and Persephone
Okay.
book out there, but I think it could be Grumpy Sunshine, enemies to lovers.
Yeah.
Like
Ooh.
yeah, you could squeeze a mafia romance in there.
Yeah.
Ay.
For
You
sure.
can go anywhere with this.
Ay.
Ay.
Just like we always say, everything's been done.
Everything connects.
Yes.
Everything goes back to it. But
Yes.
that's also what you want. It's like the way people watch The Office over and over and over again, or whatever show. Like you want
the dynamic.
yeah, like you
It's
know
your
what's gonna happen.
comfort.
It's comfort.
Yeah, when I go to a restaurant, I order the same thing every time I go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I don't want to waste my like opportunity at that restaurant on something new. you
what if I
know?
don't like it?
Yeah.
And Eric says, "What if you do?" And I'm like, "You're out of your mind."
It's too much of a risk.
Just change the names, change the environment,
Yeah.
same dynamic.
So this is Hades and Persephone. It's a modern telling, so they have cell phones.
So it's like nowadays.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nowadays.
Which when I
Instead of
nowadays.
olden times, it's nowadays.
I really struggle when it's anything like fantasy and then there's like
Yeah.
cell phones. I really don't do. I think urban fantasy, I think, is what they call it, and
Yeah.
it's just not for me. I
Oh,
want
okay.
like horses and swords.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna do fantasy, it needs to be like Game of Thrones
Yes.
time.
Yes.
I think it just kind of depends on like how deep you want to go,
Yeah.
because I feel like a lot of times these are nice when you don't really want to like delve into the world building.
That's
you know what
one
I
of
mean?
the hardest parts of a fantasy. Like you know that it will grip you and you'll be really
Yeah.
into it, but the hurdle to get there is like sometimes it's really steep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of like them when they are a little bit like the urban fantasy, because I don't have to commit too
You don't
much.
have to learn names of things.
Yeah.
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 And it's like even on a lot of like TV series too, where like you just got to get through the first season and then it takes off.
That's what everyone says. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just, but yeah, this just drops you right in. There's like
Hell yeah.
no thinking. You don't really need to know that he's the god of the underworld and stuff. It'll explain it all to you, but like not.
Right.
It like spoon feeds it to you.
Yeah.
That's how I like to be fed.
Little spoon.
Little spoon,
Little spoon.
little silver spoon.
So this is 381 pages,
Ooh.
and
She's long.
I think it came out in 2021, or it was voted like best romance of 2021. But I
Okay.
thought it was funny that it was another 2021
I
novel.
know.
Like, what is going on that
I feel
It's
year?
a good year.
We need to do. There's one that I need to talk to my my clients Diane and Anne. They read a book in like the 80s that was apparently like the romance book that they all read at a time, and so I think that would be a fun one for us to do. That is like probably one like all of our moms read.
Was it nasty?
Yeah,
I think it's they said it's nasty.
it's nasty based on that time, which
Yeah.
could mean anything.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Which
was-
I'm interested to. That would be a fun one.
Yeah, we need to
I've-
get that book title.
I've read some of the older ones
Uh-huh.
that like, and it's so different. But I'm curious now to see. Like,
Yeah.
we got to go there. Okay, so this one, the synopsis is: he was supposed to be a myth, but from the moment I crossed the River Styx and fell under his
Wait, is
dark
that like-
spell.
Is the River Styx mentioned in like Greek mythology, or is that
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, basically they took the
What
Greek
like beautiful
mythology
names? Hades, Persephone, Zeus, Styx.
Styx. They're I was Googling so many things today, how to pronounce this character's name, and I still don't know half of them because they were differing like ways to do it. And I'm just going to spell them all for you the whole episode.
Oh my God.
But yeah, it basically just took all the names of everything and then dropped it in like a city setting.
Okay.
And there's no magic.
So it's like New York.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying when you were like, is it another New York book? And I'm like, it could be.
Could be anything you want.
We're a New York podcast for sure.
All right. From the moment I crossed the River Styx and fell under his dark spell, he was quite simply mine.
Ooh.
Society darling Persephone Demetriou? I don't know how to say it. Her last name. Plans to flee the ultra-modern city of Olympus and start over far from the backstabbing politics of the 13 houses.
Ooh.
13, Taylor Swift.
Oh, 13th
She's
episode.
back.
13th
Oh my
episode.
God.
I'm going to laugh if it's
Are
like
there,
our 14th.
how many signs are there in astrology? 13?
12, because it's for the months.
Oh, yeah.
But then, of course, there's debate as to whether there should be a 13th, but we won't go on that tangent.
Because I just didn't know if that, if that lined up with that kind of stuff.
It could.
We could make it.
It could. But all that's ripped away when her mother ambushes her with an engagement to Zeus, the dangerous power behind their glittering city's dark facade. With no options left, Persephone flees to the forbidden Undercity and makes a devil's bargain with a man she once believed a myth.
Hell yeah.
Vanessa's so in.
I'm picturing Batman. I'm picturing her going. I'm picturing her going down to the penguins underwear.
The sewer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oswald Cobblepot?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my
I'm picturing
God.
this very Gotham City
It's
style.
very
thing.
Gotham, yes.
Emily does not do fiction.
This is why we need to do all the fantasy with her, because she's like,
Yes.
okay, got it. Gotham.
Okay.
She's got the worst imagination.
I love it. I can't wait to hear what you do with the voices. Okay.
Talk like Batman.
Okay. She makes a devil's bargain with a man she once believed a myth, a man who awakens her to a world she never knew existed. Hades has spent his life in the shadows, and he has no intention of stepping into the light. But when he finds that Persephone can offer a little slice of the revenge he's spent years craving, it's all the excuse he needs to help her, for a price. Yet every breathless night spent tangled together has given Hades a taste for Persephone, and he'll go to war with Olympus itself to keep her close.
Okay, how is this not Poison Ivy and the fucking penguin? This is fucking. They are teaming up to take over Gotham City.
It was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, but he doesn't
Iceman?
live in the underbelly.
Vanessa,
I think
that's
it's
not
also-
how it goes.
I think it's also a different Batman.
It's also the worst Batman.
It really
You can just
is.
combine them all.
But
It's
also the
fine.
best.
Okay, so now that's all I'm picturing in my head.
Yes,
that's just where
perfect.
my brain is
It's
at.
Batman,
Yeah, it's
And-
Gotham City, underbelly.
Poison Ivy, before
Yeah.
she really fully turned the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just wants to grow stuff. She wants to bring life. Okay, so 300 and how many? 81?
381 pages.
Got to build out world, but not too much world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say for the first coming but it's there's enemies to lovers, which usually can be a little fiery, and they usually come pretty quickly from that because these guys know how to cook.
Come pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I'm gonna say 162.
Okay. Vanessa?
Why didn't you say 169?
I don't know.
You're
Because
just
my brain
canceled.
doesn't work.
You're just weird.
Why don't you say
You're
169?
weird.
Fucking Price is Right this.
169. Fuck.
Why didn't you say 112?
Oh,
That's what it is.
You should have said 69.
Dang.
All right, this is my kind of book.
I
This
need
is
to
a Vanessa
always
book?
guess 420 or 69.
This might be a Vanessa book. I tried really hard.
Oh my God. Look at
Shout out
Barbara
to Meg.
expanding.
Look at you getting us here. Yeah.
She's already blushing.
I literally am.
You're I was so brave reading a Vanessa book. The fact that Vanessa shot up was oh my God, I want to read
I felt
this.
like she stood up. I could feel her aura just go.
Her eyebrows were on the ceiling.
Yes.
If it wasn't so long and I wasn't trying to hit my numbers, I
True.
probably would have already read it. But
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
trying to get those
I
numbers.
don't want to spoil,
no,
but I'm
no.
about to.
No.
But that's going to.
No, I'm still gonna read it.
There's sequels and stuff. You'll have a good time.
No, I love it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it drops you in immediately. There's this big party where Zeus is, all powerful, and it's the 13 houses where it's 13 different gods. There's Poseidon and, Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
They're all hanging out.
Batman.
The Joker.
Yeah, the Joker. They're
the
all out there.
Riddler.
Spider-Man.
It's All the DC friends are there.
You've got that totally wrong.
I was like, we're really crossing platforms here.
Yeah, they're at this party and they're all the gods, but they're not gods. It's like a job title.
Okay. So he's like, I'm in charge of the waters.
Yes,
Waterworks. Yeah.
literally. And
electricity.
yes.
Look at your imagination.
Look at her go. She
The
contains
wheels
multitudes.
So there's like farming and
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. We had to. Emily has been doing that
We can't
outside
stop.
of work, not with me. I catch her doing it with clients behind the chair. She's
Like,
like,
"Hey."
hey. Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something happened to us.
I'm changed.
Unhinged.
We're all different. I want everybody listening to do that now too.
Mhm. Everybody in the book club.
Yeah,
She's
it's like our
Italian.
own little like secret language.
We'll call each other in the wild and go, oh my God.
You go to a crowded room. Hey.
Clutch my pearl.
Is she here?
Is she here? Where is it?
Oh my God.
Okay, so they're at this like big party where they're the top dogs of their departments.
Top dogs. But the weird thing is that it's not gods who are like eternal and they're different. They're mortal. When Zeus dies, his son takes over.
Okay.
But he and Poseidon and Hades are the legacy roles, so they are inherited.
Okay.
And
And
then
then
the
like
other one-
family.
Yeah,
kinda.
but just those three. And then the other ones are like elected,
Okay.
and they just get the
Like
job. It's
city council.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
But so they're at this party, really fancy, and Persephone's like, everybody here's so fake. Everybody here is like, it's like the worst social event you've ever been to, where everyone's trying to like stab you in the back, maybe literally,
Oh.
and you have to be like really fake. And her method for being really fake is to just be like sweet and happy and nice.
Yeah.
She's just gonna get along with everyone and do her best to just not make any waves.
Just ethereal and just
Yes.
kind of going through and just
Yes.
lovely.
What a good girl.
Pretty princess.
Yeah.
And her mom is very power hungry and has been Demeter for like 10 years. And at this party, she's talking with her sister, Psyche. She's talking with her about how, like, I don't want to be here. I want to leave. And she's like, yeah, but mom would be really mad if you leave again. And she's like, yeah, you're right. And then Zeus is like, we have an announcement.
Ooh.
He and her mom, Demeter, go, great news, everyone. Zeus is getting married again to Persephone.
Oh.
So she doesn't even know. It's a
Literally.
surprise to her.
She has no idea.
Her mom is just telling her, you're now getting married to Zeus and saying it in front of everybody.
In front of everybody.
Oh, this is like their engagement party.
Yeah, he literally was like, it was this party, but it's also our engagement party.
How
Yeah.
old is Zeus?
He is about 60,
Ew.
and she is 24.
Age gap.
Also, everyone in the city is pretty convinced that he murdered his last 3 wives.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So Zeus is kind of like...
He's the bad guy.
He's like Santa. He's
He-
not good. You
Yes.
think he's going to be good, but he's bad.
That's
That
a
is not
callback
what
to
I
her.
thought you were gonna say. He's like Santa.
She's like
going
when
Santa.
Satan... So Satan is good, Santa bad.
I mean, really.
I mean,
Hey.
it was in the book. Hey.
So yeah, she's just suddenly realized that she is engaged to a 60-year-old murderer, and she's like, that's not ideal.
Yeah.
So then her sister takes her outside for like some air, and then she asks her sister, can you go get my phone and I'll stay here getting some air? And her sister leaves, and then she just takes off running.
Oh dang.
Oh,
she left her phone.
Yeah, she just bailed.
Shouldn't
She's
need
in
it.
just like this fancy dress. She's in heels.
I bet she
She's-
runs barefoot eventually. Like she takes the
does.
heels off.
She does.
Dang.
Just booking it.
Cinderella.
Emily Hornberg, you really,
know,
you're on
I
it.
feel
You
it.
know how these go now.
Yeah. I've been watching, whenever you said the thing about like the announcing that they're engaged, I've been watching so much Gilded Age lately. I was like, wait, how do I know this storyline? I was like, oh, Gilded Age.
Oh, it's a contract.
Oh, right. It's for status. Got it. Like, God.
You know how it
Everything
goes.
connects. Everything comes together.
There are no original stories.
Okay, so she's running. I see the scene. She's running through. She kicks her heels off. Her
she's
dress
at first just
flowing.
kind of like going, like she's just got to get away, and she's like walking, but like pretty quickly, and then she
Uh-huh.
realizes there are 2 men following her.
Oh shit.
So then she kicks her heels off, and she's hauling ass.
Yeah.
She's trying real hard.
Never
and
steps on a stick. Never hits a
Oh,
rock
she does.
the way we. Oh, she does.
She
Ooh.
sure does. Yeah,
Oh.
Rips her dress. Gets boo boos.
she
Does
has
she fall?
boo-boos. She, I don't remember if she falls. Let's say yes.
Skin her knees. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's running, and they're herding her toward the River Styx. Mhm. And this is all, it's like a city. It's modern. She's waiting until she turns 25, which is in a few months, so that she can get her trust fund, and then she will move to California and go to UC Berkeley.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So like Gotham to like, I'm heading to California.
Is that because like UC Berkeley is really good with like, I don't know, plants and shit? Like I feel
don't
like
know.
everybody that went to Berkeley is like very like into like I don't know, earth shit. You know what I'm saying?
If
Like,
anybody
the hippies
like
and
hippies?
stuff.
any listeners went to UC Berkeley or know any of the alumni, let us know. Are they earthy and shit?
I have no idea.
I have no
her
idea.
goal is to leave this
She
Gotham
wants-
City
yeah.
to go to the bright lights of Berkeley.
I support her need to just like bail and go to California. Love that.
Yeah, of course.
It's just funny that they call it California.
Yes, it's not like it's Olympus. It's Gotham, where it's
Yeah.
like the world exists, but like this city is just sort of like, don't worry about the details.
Right,
Like,
right.
They
And
call
then
it like Ventura City or something.
Anything. Yeah.
Golden City.
Yeah.
Or like the coast.
The lore, the world building does not exist.
Yeah.
Like the University of California like system exists. Like
Yes.
there's UC Irvine, there's
Yes.
UC Berkeley.
There's like a Jack in the Box on the corner. Like, you know what I mean? Like the vibes are just not what you would expect.
Weird.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But
All right.
she's running away from these two men that are chasing her, and there's no magic except for anybody who crosses from the upper city in Olympus crosses the River Styx into the lower city, which is the underground. It's where Hades is supposed to rule.
So it's like the slums?
Yeah, I guess.
But then where does
Like,
that stop?
Is
and
it
like
seedy? Like it's dangerous?
It's seedy.
Okay.
It's,
Ooh,
yeah, the
it's
farther
more
you get away
Gotham-y.
from like that, it's more Gotham-y.
it's Penguin Land.
The farther away you get from like the big fancy tower where Zeus hangs out, the more like slummy it is.
And then you hit
the
California.
river. Yeah, hitch a ride.
Then
Just
you
a
hit
dream and a
Illinois.
wish.
Yeah.
When you cross the river, it is excruciatingly painful.
Oh, in what way?
It like makes it feel like your head's gonna explode. Your skin starts to hurt.
Like the
it's,
pressure?
Yes, and the
Oh.
like people who are like, you know, Persephone and Zeus and all the like gods who are not gods. I don't know. It's very weird. They all know about it, but all the random humans that just live in the city of Gotham, when they get near the river, they just kind of go like, "Oh, I don't want to go to the river now," and change their minds and bail.
Okay.
Yeah.
They don't realize why they
No.
don't feel good. But she knows. Like if I just get through it, I'll be fine.
She knows that it's like maybe not possible to cross the river, but there are 3 bridges. So she's like, well, they're already hurting me here, and I'm not going back to Zeus, so I'm all in on whatever's on the other side of this bridge.
Wow, freedom.
Freedom.
Risk it all.
Yeah.
I
So-
like you called it Gotham.
I know. I'm calling it
I love
Gotham
it.
now.
I love
It's
it now.
Gotham.
I love it.
It may as well be. I
Yeah.
mean, there's no.
See, I'm onto something.
No, I mean,
You're right.
Pretty spot on.
Falling in.
She's running. She sees the bridge, and she sees a man at the end of the bridge.
Oh.
And she's like, "Ooh, who's this man?
Is he
I don't
hot?
care. Help me." Yeah.
Mm.
He's hot in that he's not chasing her. I
Yeah,
guess.
that he's like, come on over.
Yeah. She is saying help, and he's just standing there, and there's fog all around. It's very cinematic.
Does it hurt to cross it even on the bridge? Or is
Yes.
it just in the water?
The bridge.
Oh,
Any
okay.
crossing. Yeah.
So why would they build a bridge if it hurts?
Well, they gotta
Girl,
go over there probably.
I don't know.
You got
Gotham.
3 of them too. So it's like,
Importing, exporting.
Yeah.
You know.
so everybody that drives across it is like, ah! And
No,
then
they
gets
go.
to
They
the
go want to
side.
go run an errand. They see a Starbucks on the other side, and they're like, "I want that Starbucks." I changed my mind, and then just go somewhere else.
But we're gonna build 3 bridges.
Yeah.
Like you only do extra bridges if there's like too much traffic.
you need a day pass if you don't want your head to hurt.
They give you like special
Yeah.
headphones.
Yeah.
Stamp your hand.
Special headphones.
You
Or
know,
your AirPods.
okay,
The
so
little
she's-
loops.
She sees hot guy at the end of the bridge, and she's like,
Light at the
and
end
he's
of the
kind
tunnel.
of like Phantom of the Opera, like come to me,
Oh my god.
you know.
She's doing it again.
Yay. Hey.
You're gonna find a way to get every story and every.
Yeah. Her
This is-
favorite movies Batman
All
and
her
Phantom of the Opera
This is how my brain works. This is how I can relate to things.
and
Is-
Gilded Age.
Yes.
Those
It's
are her
like,
3 things.
She's
Oh my
leaving
God.
Gilded Age. She's going to Oslo.
Yeah.
But it is very Phantom of the Opera too, because he is like, she's like, I gotta get out of here.
Sing the song.
Or no, I guess he's not really trying to get out of there, but he's like, you know, talking to her through a mirror.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
You know?
The water's reflective. That could be the mirror.
Yeah, yeah.
Come to me.
Okay, so she sees this man.
Unhinged.
She sees this man, and she's like, any option is better than what's behind me. So she says, help. And he stands there all mysteriously for a minute, and then he just sticks his hand out and says, come here. I think he says.
Is that the
come,
first
or come
coming?
here? It was pretty overt.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's hot. That's hot too, though. That he's just like standing there, like, come.
Yeah. Very Phantom of the Opera.
Very Phantom of the Opera. I'm holding back,
You're not wrong.
but he does pull her through a mirror.
Yes.
Just saying.
It's basically the same story.
Yes.
Basically luring her in.
He, as soon as he invites her to cross the river, it's no longer painful.
Oh.
However,
It's like a vampire. You have to be invited.
yes, literally, he can't cross the bridge for reasons. It's like the only world building that is there.
Territory.
There's
love
a
it, though.
treaty.
Oh, a treaty.
People can go to you, but you can't come to us.
Correct. Because 30 years ago, the current Zeus killed Hades' parents. He set fire to the house that they were all in.
You'd think that they'd be immune to fire being.
But
Hades.
they're not gods. They're job titles.
Oh, so Hades isn't. But I thought Hades was a monarchy type thing.
He is. None of them have magic.
Yeah,
Oh.
but I think he's not literally the king of hell, or he's just like
Oh.
Yeah.
he's
He's
just
not
like
like
the,
you like spit fire out.
he just
No.
oversees
It's just
the
his name.
underworld.
He's
He
just the
oversees
king.
He's Oswald Cobblepot.
He rules that territory. Yeah.
He's the leader.
Yeah, he's the king of
Yeah.
The bad guys.
Yeah, and it's a monarch.
Mhm.
Okay, so now we're into The Crown, which is another show that I
Oh
watched.
shit.
See, we got it all coming together. And very much like Batman, someone murdered his parents.
Oh, see?
Yeah. So then they put a treaty in place because the whole 13 houses were like, oh, we're all going to have war. That's going to be bad. Treaty. You can't come to the good side of the city, and no one can go to the bad side of the city. And anybody who stays in their own territories, you do your own business, you're fine.
Right. Right.
And so he's like, come here, invites her, gives her the little AirPods so her head doesn't explode. And
is he aware of her? Like, does he know who she is? Like, he's like, I've been watching you.
he recognizes her from the gossip magazines.
Ooh, I knew it. I knew that was coming.
Did you know it?
I
US Weekly?
felt like that was coming.
What
that-
were the magazines that you would look at when you were little? Like Tiger Beat?
Tiger Bee, Bop.
Like
There's
Jonathan
like
Taylor
J14
Thomas
or something.
Oh,
That was my first crush, was JTT.
Of course it was.
He's so cute.
a good one.
Simba.
Freak.
And clearly Phantom of the Opera.
Those are two.
Those are my two. Michael Crawford from the original Broadway production. Thank you.
my
Michael
God.
Crawford from Hello Dolly. Thank you.
Thank you.
It needs to be the original London recording. Thank you.
Oh my God. Them and Jason Statham, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm.
Anyways, back to Hades.
Point being, Hades is here. He's like, girl, run. So she runs, and then it's very like,
Falls into his arms.
yes. It's very cinematic.
Yay.
And then he takes her to under the underground tunnels because it turns out the city is not, his part of the city is not run down. He just wants it to look that way. Because his people, he and his people are safest when everyone thinks that there's nothing that you would want to see. Like,
right.
This
that
is
it's
ringing
slums.
some bells.
It sure is. It sure is. And I had to, little behind the scenes for you.
We were chatting.
I had to text Vanessa off our group chat and
Wow,
say,
back
hey,
I know.
channel.
I know.
Wow.
this book that we're going to talk about is going to want to make us talk about other
Akatar,
things.
yeah.
Akatar. And there's like certain parts of it that are like,
We're not going to talk about that.
it's key for you to forget everything I just said by the time we get to Akatar.
She will. She won't remember.
Got it.
I will. Noted. Out of the brain.
She's thinking about Batman.
We'll just watch the transporter or something.
I'm like,
and you'll
okay,
just be,
so like the penguins, all right, good.
oh, wow.
Oh, like a Two Faces later, up the clock. Yeah, got it.
But I'm glad that I won you because I could see us both going
I was
like,
like,
"Uh?" Anyway. So he takes her to these underground tunnels and he won't let her walk because her feet are all cut up. And so he throws her over his shoulder and
I was
like
going to say,
it's dual POV where one chapter is her, one chapter is him.
Love it.
Nice.
And immediately when you get to his point of view, you can see that he's like angry that she doesn't have a coat.
Like she's not being
this
taken
sounds
care
like, Rowan? When he buys
Was-
her the coat?
Oh, the
The dog
little-
kennel guy.
Yeah, the one
Oh.
that where he's like, because she like ran to.
She
I
like
went
brought
to-
a bunch of
I went
dresses.
to Throne of Glass, Rowan, and I was like, this is not like that.
That's
Okay,
my
yeah,
Avatar
dog kennel
jokes
guy.
that- I don't
It's
know.
very dog kennel guy, yeah.
He's like, all you brought was dresses.
He's like, your feet are all cut up and you don't have a coat. Oh, God, I got to do everything. Hauls her over his shoulder, wraps her in his coat, and
That's
We're
hot.
going to the coat store.
yeah.
So
So
they
they,
Akatar. I want to learn. I want to know the jokes.
Well, we were actually talking about that.
we were.
oh,
Yeah. I think we're going to do it.
oh,
Oh, we definitely are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get excited, everyone.
Yeah. Everyone needs to. If
Ooh.
y'all
You heard
want
it
it,
here.
we'll do it.
I'm so excited to hear it because that's all that's fun is you hear like anybody like currently my therapist.
Shout out to him.
Hey Stacy. She is reading Throne of Glass right now.
Ooh.
And all I want our sessions, 90 of it is just like
Throw to glass.
and then what happened?
Yeah.
And then what like
Love
I just
it.
want to like hear. Yeah, I want to know because everybody's talking about it. Everybody's
Yeah.
reading it. So
Yeah.
They call that deflection.
something for us to look forward to, and hopefully, if y'all want it, y'all can get it.
Come
Well, we
and
gonna
get
do it.
You can-
Whether they
we'll
want it or
get you
not.
there.
Ooh, dirty babies.
Mm.
Okay, so hot Hades.
Hot Hades.
So does she describe what he looks like?
He is not that tall. He's not that like a large
Short king.
person.
Okay,
Sure, okay. But his presence is huge.
that's everything.
That's everything. Yeah.
Mm.
He has dark, I think it's shoulder length hair, dark eyes, and he has a beard.
Mm. Interesting.
So all three of us kind of like
What?
It's the
It
shoulder
depends.
length hair.
yeah, you really need to have a delicate balance.
if not,
it
I'm
really
picturing-
depends on the length of everything.
Yeah.
Is
and
it pulled
the guy.
back?
Also,
Is
my
it-
husband's hair is like super long and he has a huge beard.
But his isn't
But it works on
shoulder
him.
length. His
When
is
it-
long, like
Yeah.
Fabio long.
No, I'm just picturing Fabio in
I mean,
Phantom of the Opera.
when
mask.
I'm I'm picturing Jesus, all right, with like
Oh.
shoulder length hair and a beard.
Not
Does he have a beard? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, it depends.
Too busy looking at his ripped abs.
canceled. Anyway,
It's funny that he's not tall. Because
yeah,
everybody always jokes about how like
yeah,
the more
they're always 6'4".
the smut goes on, they're gonna be like 8 feet tall
Yeah,
by like
the aliens are already
the 2030s.
Yeah.
Interesting.
he's
So he's like 5'10". He's like 5'11".
Short
Yeah.
king.
yeah.
Average. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Average.
But also a god / that's just his job title. I don't know. It's kind of like he's a mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like like just
Yeah.
like the dark where they're like, don't worry about us. We take care of our own.
This territory, that territory, that side of town. Yeah,
I'm not, and he's also building some resentment because they killed his parents.
he's not
Ooh, so it's
thrilled.
probably gonna be like some revenge.
There definitely is going to be some revenge.
And
And
this
what
is
a
now who he's
perfect
supposed to be married
opportunity.
to.
Zeus's fiance has just fallen into his arms with no coat.
with no coat.
Who
And her
doesn't want to be
feet
his
are messed
fiance.
up.
Yes,
Oh, okay. So now he takes her and gets her coat, warms her up.
warms
Is
her
she
up.
scared?
She's not thrilled. She's going into shock, which it's his point of view during this walk through the tunnels to his house, and he's like,
It's in
she's
Phantom of the
definitely going.
Opera when they're in a boat going through the.
Wait,
Take it
tunnels.
away. What happens next?
He's like singing a song, and it's like he's here.
Oh my god.
We should just watch Phantom of
this
the
is
Opera.
now a Phantom of the Opera.
Mhm.
There
podcast.
is Phantom of
New
the
York
Opera smut.
Fuck yes, I'm ready. Although I mean, it's a pretty problematic story. Like
They
I've
all
seen
are.
it when I was
Well-
younger, where I was like, hell yeah. And then we went and saw it recently, and I was like, ooh, that's not.
I'm sure they
doesn't
didn't
really
write it
wanna
that
be
way.
There. And he's like, you belong to me because I made you who you are. It's a little like that, but I'm sure they write
Little
it differently. It's probably more
Stockholm
about her and Raoul.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is off the rails.
Anyways, let's go back to Gotham City with Hades.
So Jason Statham only has 3 days.
Benicio del Toro shows up.
Turns out he is there.
He's actually in this movie.
Yeah, that was the last episode. We were like, I remember we stopped and we were like, is he in Snatch? And we all went, no. And then I was texting you guys when I was editing the episode going, yeah, he definitely is.
It also came out like 20 years ago.
True.
And disclaimer, we're idiots.
Disclaimer, there was a gas leak in this room.
Every time we record,
We never know what's happening.
Mr.
carbon
Freeze has
monoxide
gotten to
is
us.
heavy in this room.
All right, Short
All right.
King taking her
Get
down to
together.
the layers.
She's going
It's
in a
nice.
shot.
She's upset.
She's going
her
in a shot.
feet are probably cold.
They're freezing. He's worried about hypothermia, and so he, Dr. Hades, sorry, takes her to his house, and there are 2 characters there, and these are the names that I don't know how to say. It's either
Wait, spell them.
okay.
So see if we know.
Okay,
Can try to
let's
say.
see. Please help me. One of them is Hermes.
Hermid. Wait, MES.
Hermit. No,
Hermes.
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 Yeah.
Those are the 2. There was
Hermes.
yeah. One I listened to some podcast where they were talking about Greek mythology, and they were like, "It's Hermes," and then another one was like Hermes. So I don't.
Hermes is the designer. So
Yeah,
I
but
would-
that's how it's spelled.
that seems better.
I'm gonna say Hermit.
Oh,
I know how to say that.
well, there is
Anyway.
the tarot card of the Hermit.
Hermes.
Hermes.
She's there, and
Hermes and Givenchy.
Dolce Gabbana.
Bruce Wayne. The other one I'm pretty sure is Dionysus.
Dionysus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Or
yeah.
Dionysus sounds right.
Dionysus.
I thought it was
Because-
Dionysus, and then literally I googled it and it said Dionysus. So now I don't know.
Dionysus, I think that was.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That was the name of a salon in the Woodlands where I grew up.
There you go.
Yeah,
It's all
like
coming
the
together.
fancy Aveda salon.
This is destiny.
Hermes
all
and
comes back
Dionysus. Dionysus.
Yeah. So they're there, and Hades like, why do you guys keep sneaking into my house? Like, we're not even friends, but they're totally friends.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh my god, is that Zeus's bride to be, Persephone? And he's like,
everybody just knows.
Everybody's like, oh my god, because
They read
Hermit.
the gossip rags.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, but they're part of the fancy city. They're not part of his territory. They come and hang out with him.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like he. Okay, they go back and forth. Like
Yes.
they've got the AirPods. They can go.
They've got
they
the
cross
AirPods.
the water.
Yeah.
They're the only ones using that bridge. One of the 3 bridges.
Yes.
That apparently are needed.
One of them is for them, I guess.
Yeah.
You need
Now,
special noise canceling headphones.
If
Yes.
you go to UC Berkeley
Mm.
and you want to go visit Gotham City,
Yeah.
are you in pain getting there,
No, you stay along the river.
or do you not go into or do you only go to the Hades part?
You're asking me like I have the answers, or like the book has the answers. Nobody knows.
They don't cover that.
It's a mystery. It's a myth.
What if it's like, sometimes when you're on a flight and you're landing and like the pressure is like really bad,
yeah.
where you're like, oh fuck.
But it's like a
Maybe
baby
that's
because
what it
you're
is.
just screaming.
You don't have your baba.
Why didn't they just chew some gum?
That's what I'm saying.
Anyway. Hermit and Diana know how to chew gum, so
Yeah.
they're here. They're hanging out.
They have the loops.
Yeah.
Hermes and Nieces. Yeah.
They were at the fancy party, so they recognize her and they're like, no, yeah, she just got engaged tonight. She did not really want to be engaged. She looked less than thrilled. And he's like, that makes sense. Sets her on the counter, fixes her feet, kicks out what's their faces, and then
Jekyll and Hyde. Yeah.
yeah, and then he's like, all right,
Oh, they're like the hyenas in Lion King. That's not what I
there you
picture.
go. Your references, I'm obsessed.
The world in which my head lives in. It's insane.
Wow.
He tells her to go to bed, puts her in a guest bedroom, and they like banter, kind of.
Okay.
And it turns out he of all the other people in the world that she has to be like nice to, she just like has this urge to be kind of like sassy with him.
Be herself.
Yes.
He brings out the true
Yes.
Persephone.
So is she scared of him?
She is worried about the fact that she is
There.
like he's the there's a lot of like darkness
Bad guy.
surrounding him. He's the bad guy, and
But what has she got to lose? Or she has to go marry old
that's what
fuck
she's thinking.
Zeus.
She's like, I can't go back, and I just need 3 months until I turn 25, and I have access to my trust fund, and I can go to UC Berkeley.
She's like Pee Wee Herman, like
Get to
hitchhiking.
Alamo.
Join a sorority, and everything will be fine.
To sorority at 25.
Yeah, this is Olympus. It's
Things
Gotham.
don't
The
make
rules
sense.
aren't the same. They're like, what are we gonna do? And she's like, I have an idea. It seems like you want some revenge. And he goes, how astute of you. I do want some revenge. Those noises. That's not the little dog. There are
that's
so many.
boys trying to.
That is not.
Half of them are professional podcasters.
Oh my god!
And they're in the background screaming, throwing knives.
It's probably my husband because he's not a professional podcaster.
No, it's probably my husband, who is a
probably
professional podcaster.
My husband, because he's the loudest one in there.
Who asked. I asked him to make some biscuits, and so he doesn't know how to.
I didn't realize it was take your husband to work
The
day.
kitchen's on fire. Get the dog and get out.
Oh God.
I hope they would tell us if the house is on fire.
No,
Would
they'd
they?
be like, "We got it."
It's fine until it's a crisis.
You guys were recording. I didn't want to interrupt you.
This
Oh,
is
that's
our
so
world.
sweet. Anyway,
Back to Gotham City.
back to Gotham City. Batman, locked in. Basically, she's like, let me stay here for 3 months. And they work up this plan where she's like, why don't you sort of like date me?
Ah.
Oh, so
And-
it's like a arranged, like fake relationship.
What book was that? Was that
The
Mistletoe
tree.
Bat?
No, the tree farms.
Oh, Tree Farm. Tree
Yes.
Love Light Farms.
They
They have to win the Instagram.
well, that's what
contest.
she pitches.
Evelyn,
The
whatever.
Instagram contest from Olympus.
Ah.
Yeah, it's January, so this is right after she finishes at the Christmas tree farm. She heads on over to Gotham.
Our new content.
Thank God this isn't her best friend who's secretly been fucking in love with her.
God. Okay. Anyway.
We're the worst.
I don't even remember this book right now.
If you can even follow where we're at, you know, shout out to it.
This is why
Vanessa's
we're the
gonna read
professionals.
this book and be like, this was not at all what.
But that's
I'm
why
gonna go home and read this tonight.
that's why you can listen to this podcast without having read the book, because we clearly don't cover what happens in the book.
It's just a jumping off point for me to talk about Phantom of the Opera.
Well, you know, all we care about is the smut anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can do this, guys. I have so much faith in us. She pitches, why don't we fake date? Because my mom has been kind of playing up this image of me as this very like virginal bride, which P.S. I'm not, but like,
Hell yeah.
yeah. Zeus is going to be really mad because he's really territorial about his women that he likes to own and then murder. So he will be really upset if you deflower me. And he's like, okay, well, that's not going to work because he has spies in my territory, just like I have spies in his. And one person seeing that it's fake, it's all going to fall apart. Like,
They have to practice.
Ooh, one bed.
so he says we have to do it for real. Oh, and P.S. Quick question for the class.
Ooh.
What do we know? Well, how do we feel about BDSM and voyeurism?
Oh. I mean, I'm
Emily's interested.
I'm interested always.
She
in
wants to
everything.
read about
Do we need more
it.
pearls?
A longer pearl.
So is it that he lets other people watch them because he needs to prove that it's real? Is that the voyeurism part?
He shows her his sex dungeon
Of course
where
has
he
one.
hosts parties.
I mean, it is Hades.
It is Hades.
So they're
Yeah.
like sex parties.
Sex parties that he hosts because he has to keep up the image of being this really like
Bad guy.
evil bad guy.
Yeah.
So he shows her, this is the room where I
picture
host.
such a 90s club right now where it's like,
Yes. And it's all like black and red. And
yeah,
it's
and
it
there's
is,
like
it
people
is.
just dancing.
Leather.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is reflective.
Easy to clean.
Yes.
It's like in that movie Bedazzled.
Oh my
with
God.
Brendan Fraser.
I cannot believe we didn't talk about Bedazzled when we
my
did the
God.
Satan episode.
Wait, with Elizabeth Hurley?
Yeah,
Yes.
she's the devil.
I love it.
But
I
yeah,
haven't
so it's
thought
like
about
that
that
club.
movie in so
Brendan
long.
Fraser in that, I like laugh until I'm crying at one of the scenes when he's on the beach crying.
Yes, oh my God, that's what he's like. He's just
literally-
like, gosh darn sunset.
Doesn't he look extremely like gross?
He's like, he's got red
Yeah.
curly hair, a lot
He's
of
like the
freckles.
most
That's
He's like,
right.
weird.
Because that's his version where he's gonna like write
I'm a
poems
nice
and
guy.
sing songs to
Yeah.
you.
He just
Oh,
cries.
God.
And
Oh,
then when
God.
he's the basketball player where he's just
Yeah.
dumb, that's all I picture with the sweat pouring at the end of every like basketball game we watch. We're like,
Yes.
yeah, we gotta get out there and give it 110%. This is now a Bedazzled podcast.
literally, when is the last time y'all watched this? Because your memory is so fucking good.
Okay,
love
we need to watch this for one of our sleepover nights that we can do.
Of Benicio del Toro.
Oh, God.
When he is the drug guy.
He's in that movie?
No, but Brendan Fraser basically plays him when he's like the drug guy.
I'm so confused. Right?
Megs, is this what you wanted?
This is what you got.
Thanks for recommending the book.
Okay, so they're in the club in Bedazzled where Elizabeth Hurley meets him.
Elizabeth Hurley is his mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Phantom of the Opera scene in the background.
Phantom is luring you into the mirror.
Why are we so unhinged in the new year?
I don't know, it's
know.
just the
2024.
Is the year of giggles.
Yes.
She's a witch.
She's
I'm so red. Okay, be serious.
okay.
Serious stuff. They're in a sex
They're
dungeon.
in Hades. They're in a sex dungeon, and he's proving to her like I am a bad boy.
Persephone immediately picks up on the fact that it's supposed to look like the other side of the coin to Zeus's throne room, and so there's literally a throne, and there's also this like platform. They call it a DAIS, and that's not a name, but I don't know how to say that either.
Dais.
Yeah, I'm just bailing on all
Isn't
words
that like
now.
like a where they
It's
talk?
like a platform.
It's like a platform.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's where they have people who like there's a couple having sex, and then everybody at the party goes like, "Wow, check that out," and then they go off into their own little sessions. Yeah.
I went to a sex show in Amsterdam,
Oh my God.
and it was like a live sex show, and it was not.
Did you know you were going?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where am I?
We went to just
This
to,
is
like,
not Phantom
but
of the
It was
Opera.
something. It was
Weird.
something got lost in translation.
Y'all are strange.
No, it was something where like you just hear about people like, oh, you have to go to that when you're in Amsterdam, and we went to it, and it was really weird.
Didn't you say there was like a family with their
God, there
son.
was, yeah, there was like, it was like the son it was obviously like of like 18 or 20 years or something like
Okay,
that.
yeah, like legal, but also it's your family.
Yeah, it was
I don't
really
even want
weird.
my dad to listen to this podcast. I ain't going to a sex show with him
It
either.
was really weird, and it was like definitely didn't put us in the mood. If anything, we were like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It was like watching a car crash.
But you just couldn't look
But
away.
in Hades, this apparently. So now I am picturing, what it was like in Amsterdam. Of us going,
I
like,
hope
that
it's
was
a
weird.
lot hotter than what you just described.
Yeah. So-
He's basically explaining, it's kind of an act, but also I happen to be really into these things, so it works out great for me. So if
so
you're gonna,
he's the one that likes to watch.
yes,
Okay.
he likes to watch and be
You
watched.
watched, yeah.
Mm.
He puts on a show. He's probably a fire sign, but
Well, he is Hades.
hey,
Hey.
God. And she's like, okay, yeah, I'm totally in.
Oh.
I'm in. Let's do
it.
this.
Fuck it. What have I got to lose?
Yes,
You know?
yes. And it turns out she secretly always is kind of like, oh, she's curious. Ooh. And she's always been a little bit obsessed with Hades because there were myths about whether or not he was even alive.
Oh.
I don't know. It's very
Whether,
weird.
oh, he's like Anastasia. Did he actually get killed in the fire?
Mm.
Back to the crown.
Any other movies? Matilda?
Matilda,
my
yeah, she had
God.
some powers, but there's no magic other than UC Berkeley.
Other than the river and the AirPods.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's totally in.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, okay, cool. Come up with a safe word. And she chooses pomegranate.
Oh, I'm surprised it wasn't strawberry.
That's in the real like tale though.
Yeah,
Like,
there's something about
she
pomegranates.
eats the
Oh,
seeds and
yeah.
then she like can't leave or
Yes.
something.
Something.
That's a hard one to say if you're struggling.
Right?
If you're busy. Yeah. Grapefruit. We can do the first coming,
Okay.
but
Ooh.
I didn't highlight the first coming. I went rogue
Ooh.
and I highlighted on page 112. He fingers her.
Mhm.
It's very effective. She enjoys it.
Right.
But we've read those scenes before.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I went to page
New year, new us.
like 175 or so.
Ooh, close to
Ooh.
169.
Ayy.
I
And
feel like the first one is always like tame.
It is.
in my
And her nasty
professional
Yeah.
experience.
it's always like some finger banging. It's
Yeah.
always going down.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
never like the full, especially in enemies to lovers
Yes.
or range situations. It's always like
Because they have to build to it. They're like, oh my
Yeah.
God, that just happened. And then they have to doubt and then rebuild it and then do
Yeah.
it again.
They're
And
not
Yeah.
going to do the nasty
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
right away.
Yeah.
They got to get comfortable.
So I skipped ahead to
Love
when
it.
they are more comfortable. I think he finger blasts her and then, but like romance. And then
But they love it.
Phantom of the Opera sings her song. It's great. I think she goes down on him at some point. I don't know. They hook up, but
Okay.
they don't get fully there.
They're going down on him.
there's a full mouth.
And then he says, I want to take you and I want to go to the throne room and I
Ooh.
want to put you on display at this party.
Mm.
And I don't want it to be too much for you because he's already starting to be so in love with her.
Mm.
He's like, I don't want to throw her off the deep end.
Yeah.
She's going to struggle to say pomegranate. So he
So
takes...
warm up.
Yes. So he has a couple on the platform and he's going to hang out with her in the throne. So they're part of the crowd. So people can see them and they are watching them, but it's
not like
the
full
focus.
display.
Yeah. Yeah. They're not the show.
Okay.
So that's where we are.
Ooh.
You want to read it?
Yeah.
She's ready.
Yeah.
So is this about,
Them two in the crowd at the sex
so this
show.
is her watching someone else.
yes.
It's
but
not him.
he's sitting on the throne and she's sitting on his lap. And I don't, if you have any other questions,
Alarm bells are going off.
Is this some ACOTAR shit?
no.
Oh. Why?
Wipe
what-
your mind.
You don't know anything about it.
I've never lied in my life and you're wrong.
Wait, okay, so is this from her point of view? Or
This is his, I think.
I think this one is her.
Yeah, because it starts with Persephone saying, like,
Yeah.
in quotes.
Yeah, I don't really remember how it felt like it was kind of clumsy when I was highlighting it. So I'm sorry if it makes no fucking sense. But if you have questions, let me know.
Oh, no, this is from her.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay, yeah.
Good luck.
Persephone. Tell me you won't get harder. I got to figure out what is Hades' voice.
Is he
like
singing?
Batman.
He's like Batman. But I feel like he's not.
You sound like baby Batman.
Well,
I'm
which
like
Batman,
Batman.
though?
Wait,
Christian Bale?
Yeah, or
George
do I do
Clooney?
like a Michael Keaton? Like I'm picturing a Tim
Okay.
Burton world of Batman.
Oh, campy. Okay.
Yeah, that's where I
pictured
pictured the like penguin, I think.
Okay, yeah. I'm with
So I'm gonna do. I
Didn't
guess
the
more
penguin have like a New York accent?
you. Wasn't it Danny
like.
DeVito?
Danny
It was
DeVito.
Danny DeVito. Joe Pesci.
Persephone, tell me you won't get off harder than you did last night if I finger you right here in front of everyone. Tell me and I'll stop. I suddenly want him to take me onto that stage, to bend me over a chair or just throw me to the floor and fuck me right there with so many eyes on us. Please touch me, Hades. Hades' beard tickles my bare shoulder. Sheer skirt, lace panties. They're going to be able to see everything I do to your pretty pussy. Are you prepared for that?
You're already going.
You already
kicking
broke
your
character.
feet.
The accent's gone.
It's this in front
That's
of people.
why I picked this scene.
I lick my lips and fight not to lift my hips and guide his hand lower. Yes, sir. Ooh, that's nice.
She likes it. Okay.
Good. Still, he moves slowly, sliding his hand down to cut my pussy through the skirt. Cup. Good.
Wink.
He still he gives a low curse. I can feel how wet you are. Do something about it.
She's getting. I knew it. I'm so proud of myself. This isn't even a Vanessa book.
You're like, I did it. He tightens his grip, holding me in that intimate place like he owns me. One day you'll learn to stop trying to top from heaven. Wait, sorry. My eyes got messed up. I need glasses. He tightens his grip, holding me in that intimate place like he owns me. One day you'll learn to stop trying to top from the bottom. He moves his free hand to my right breast and yanks the lace down, bearing me to the room. Oh, so he just like pulled her tit out in front of everyone.
She's just out.
Yeah.
Flopped.
Yeah.
Then when she's 24, she doesn't flop
24,
yet.
yeah. Springs out.
Saggy tits.
It just goes down with a thud. Give it a few years, tits. All right. Then Hades repeats the treatment to my left breast. Thud. Just for that defiance, I'm going to make you come loud and messy right here in front of them. I spread my legs a little wider. Do your worst. Nasty. He finally moves his hand up, only to shove it into my panties and spear me with two. I don't think we've been speared
We
yet.
have not been speared
That's the
yet.
first.
Spear me with 2 fingers. The contact bows my back, but his other hand is there, bracketing my throat, holding me in place. Can you feel their eyes on you? Oh my God.
You're clutching so many pearls.
I shiver. Yes, I gasp. I can feel them watching. Do you know what they see? They see a monster about to devour a pretty princess. This is a Vanessa book.
I did it.
I did it.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm running you before their very eyes. Ruining you. Sorry.
You do need glasses.
Do you want my glasses?
Fuck.
Make the font bigger.
I need to
Jesus
like hold
Christ.
it up
I
to
can. Do
you.
you want me to?
No, I just need to like use my eyes better.
Okay.
Blink. Open.
Blink.
I'm trying to suck it all in.
Try reading.
Try using your stupid brain.
Do you need the AirPods?
She can't read like I can.
I think I do. Maybe I can turn the brightness up.
Do you want
Look
me
at this cool cat.
Let me help you.
On your wallpaper.
Brighten it and make it bigger. This girl.
For the listeners, my wallpaper is a black cat dressed like Orange Cassidy, a wrestler. Okay, I have brightened it and I have made it bigger. Bigger.
Thank you.
Bigger.
Welcome. Anything for the people's princess.
Oh my God.
Fireworks.
Okay, this is also, we're recording this on New Year's Eve, so there's a lot of fucking stuff here happening. Okay, imagine this is weird. Wait, the sounds
fireworks
are
of
at
the
the
scene.
club as she's coming all over the place.
Let's clink our
Is
drinks
it
in the
war
background.
times?
Oh God.
Gotham is going down.
Go yell
This is-
outside. We're recording a podcast.
Batman! This is the sounds of fucking Hades, all right?
Respect the slut.
We're just- okay, he gives a low curse. I can feel how wet you are. Do something about it. Okay, let's see. The breast. I got mixed up because we exposed things.
This
is
is
the
our
worst.
13th reason.
What do we say? What's it gonna be this episode?
This
Fucking known.
Fucking A.
Okay.
Okay. He finally... Okay, I did the spearing. Okay.
He speared her. Yeah.
Okay,
He's ruining you.
okay.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
I'm ruining you before their very eyes. Good, I whisper fiercely. Ruin me, Hades. I want you to. You're clenching around me. His voice has gone deeper. You like this. Hades shifts his hand, his palm rubbing against my clit. A palm. And suddenly words are pouring from my lips. I like you staking your claim on me. Is that what I'm doing? He finally begins to move his hand, his searching fingers finding my G-spot and stroking it lightly. I just picture his hands like a fucking tentacle. Like, where is it? Like when you're reaching into
Picture
a
the
bag
Batman.
trying to find the like last cookie or something.
Oh my God.
I have to fight not to lift my hips, fight not to moan, staking your claim, tarnishing me, warning off everybody else. Who said anything about warning everybody else off? What if I want to share? What if I pull your panties to the side and let whoever is interested come over here and fuck you against my chest?
He's gonna hold her in place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Vanessa's clutching.
I got Vanessa to clean. For the listeners, I'm sitting here like Home Alone. When he goes,
Okay. My entire body clenches, but I'm too dazed to decide if it's in protest or desire. You do that? Hades curses and pulls me up, so I'm sitting crosswise on his lap. No, little Persephone, sharing isn't my kink. I'll be the only one touching you. That's hot. Your pussy is mine until it's not, and I'm not wasting a single moment by gifting it to someone else. I like that.
yeah.
Where he's like, I could, but I'm not.
I don't wanna.
Ooh. I reach up with a shaking hand to cup his neck. Hades? Yeah. He slows his strokes.
Yeah.
Adds his thumb into the mix, tracing devastating circles. What's a devastating circle?
I don't know. You're in a cookie bag, so
Ruining.
Devastating circles around my clit. You want something? I want you. You love your words so much. Use them. Fuck me, I breathe. Fuck me in front of them. Show every single one of them who I belong to.
Dang.
they're very compatible.
Please, Hades. You're going to be the death of me, he mutters. He withdraws his fingers. There's a rip, and the front of my skirt is gone. Another vicious yank, and my panties follow. In front of everybody?
Just Donald
Yeah.
Ducking?
She's
Just
flopped
tits
out.
It's
Winnie
like
the Pooh? Oh, she
Donald
doesn't-
Ducking, but also nips out.
yeah, she's dumped out. Donald dumping.
He's all up in her cookie bag.
Ooh, I don't need this. I don't need his urging to move to straddle him. I'm in danger of
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger of grinding away at his cock through his slacks. Oh, his slacks. That's not
Oh,
good.
yeah. Pants. Just say pants.
Leggings?
Leggings.
Oh,
His
no.
Sponsored by Lululemon.
And loops.
through his slacks, through his dockers, like a sex-drugged monster. You aren't a princess. You're a fucking siren.
Ooh.
He yanks me forward, and then he's inside of me. I can barely breathe as he drags me down his cock, filling me almost uncomfortably full. He looks furious and turned on, and yet he's still nowhere near as rough as I suddenly need him to be. This is what you wanted, little siren. My cock inside you. Just like that. He releases me and drapes his arms over the chair, looking every inch of the indulgent king. Ride me, Persephone. Use me to make
he's
yourself
just sitting
come.
back.
He's literally like on a throne.
Just
like, here you go.
Hand, like
Just, I'm not even going to hold you in place.
like
You do the work.
Make yourself come.
Go for it, girl.
Shock stills me. Having sex in front of a room full of people is one thing when he's right there with me, but he's forcibly putting distance between us. Even if he hasn't moved an inch, suddenly I'm the one on display rather than us being on display. That's such a Carrie Bradshaw.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly I'm on display rather than us being on display.
If my heart is on display, then who's on it?
Wait, is she facing him?
He spun her around.
So she's looking out at everyone now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I grip his shoulders and begin to move. I ride him slowly, working.
Nope, I lied.
Maybe
Face
the other
to
way
face.
around.
Face to face.
I think they were front to back.
And then he.
Yeah,
And then
because he like flopped it to show everyone, and then he's like he turns
And then
around.
he turns her around.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. We need a diagram.
I need to get Barbies in here because especially once we have like a why choose, I'm gonna need Barbies to be like, okay, this is this person.
This episode is like 4 hours long, but I almost flagged another scene later in the book because it describes a position that I was like, we have not encountered this one before. Like, whoa.
I'm gonna get my Barbies out of the storage units for whenever we need diagrams.
Miss Emily, what does this mean?
Nothing they haven't done before.
Do you have kins with different hair colors though?
I do. I have a
Oh, there you go.
brown-haired one and a blonde-haired one.
We're ready.
I think
I
I
think
might
it's
have
all
an
you need.
Aladdin too.
Oh shit.
We got it all.
We got it all.
Kinky.
I ride him slowly, working myself up and down his cock, winding my pleasure higher and higher.
I was just is that the Ghostbusters song?
Back into that. We
It's
got
evil.
Ghostbusters, Phantom of the Opera.
His gaze travels over my body in a sweep. I can almost feel against my skin, drinking in the sight of me fucking him, even as his hands clench the arms of the chair. I hold his gaze and lean back, bracing my hands on his thighs, arching my back, putting my breasts on display. Woo. Woo. My orgasm dances closer. I feel like Hades and I are playing a game of chicken, barreling towards each other to see who will bend first. His body tenses beneath me. He has me up and off his cock before I register his movement. I don't get a chance to protest before Hades turns me around and guides me down into him again. With my legs on either side of his thighs, I'm facing the room and spread wide open.
That's why I was like, oh, she's facing the right. Okay.
His hand is at my throat again, thumb stroking the sensitive skin as his voice growls in my ear. Would hate for them to miss the rest of the show.
You didn't even growl when you said that.
Oh my god, Hades, stop. Hades skates his hand down my stomach and lightly circles my clit. Don't stop. Take what you need. My exhale comes out almost like a sob. It's a little harder to ride him like this, but I make do. Look, she will do what she needs to do.
Yeah.
It's hard, but we go do it.
She's like, I will. I
the
gotta
work
get to
in.
that end. Every move has his fingers sliding against my clit, but he's forcing me to do all the work. In this position, there's no ignoring how many people are watching us. The attention only makes me hotter, more desperate. Hades, please. Don't beg for it. Take it. Ooh. Hades.
We just keep getting you.
Hades. I think Hades might be my new boyfriend.
Ooh.
Oh.
Maybe like Damien and Hades together.
yeah.
Let's make sure Jeff listens to this episode.
I brace my hands on the chair and roll my body, riding his cock, rubbing my clit against his fingers. Pressure coils tighter and tighter through me, so intense I have to close my eyes. A held breath, a feeling of being tipped over the edge, and then I'm coming harder than I ever have before. So this is her first coming. She's never come this hard
Never.
before.
So in a way,
We
Is this
did
first
it.
penetration?
I don't remember.
Okay.
This is first on display.
True.
This
Public
is
penetra-
this is
public
first
penetration.
PP.
His first PP in
This
her
is the first
BB.
time with the pee-pee.
It's pretty good.
So
yeah,
what
I'm
do you
definitely going to
think?
read this tonight.
Yeah. You're like, I'm going to read this series. So
Later.
does,
I know we're
Bring in
supposed to
the new
hang out
year.
after this, but I'm just going to be on the couch reading.
We're all gonna go in separate rooms.
Can I borrow
So,
your guest room?
Does do the rest of the series talk about Hades and stuff, or is it other gods or other
It's
people?
other pairings.
Okay. So what happens after they fuck on display, all this stuff?
They're super into it. There's a lot more sex, like a lot.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, because that was only 170 something, and
Yeah.
it goes
Yeah.
till 300. Whew.
yeah, there's a lot,
Oof.
a lot. And then
Does she get her money?
Oh, did you go to UC Berkeley?
I know they fuck now. I just want to know if she gets the money.
her trust fund is irrelevant by the time the 3
I love
months
it.
passes.
because
She doesn't
Hades
even give a
doesn't
fuck.
need it. She
Yeah.
doesn't give a fuck. She's not going to UC
She don't need that
Berkeley.
money. She got
He's
that
like,
dick.
girl, you got a throne.
Yeah. So does
Learn
she
more
have to
about
go back to do her job though, up in Olympus?
She's technically engaged to Zeus, and then her mom is like, you're violating my daughter. Bring her back. And if you don't, I'm gonna cut off the food supply because she's the harvest.
Oh,
that's
that's
what
why they need the
bridges are
bridges.
She's like, I'm gonna cut off the food supply to the lower city, and Zeus is like, you have 13 hours
Ooh.
to bring her and her sister, because Zeus sent 2 bad men after one of her sisters, and then her sister did the same thing where she's like running to the river, but she doesn't make it across the bridge.
She doesn't have Hades to be like, come.
He's there, and he and Persephone are like, come on,
Oh.
and the sister cannot make it because she stumbled a lot. So the sister's like down on the other side of the bridge.
Fuck.
And Hades like, I love Persephone so much. I'm not just going to let her sister die. So he breaks the treaty, goes and gets her.
Wow. That's a king.
And then
That's that
Zeus
short
is like,
king.
my
Short
plan
king.
worked. Short king. That's why he's got the throne and the platform.
Yeah. Oof, he's a platform.
Yeah, so then it's like, okay, war. 13
Oh,
hours.
shit.
Bring the sisters back. You violated the treaty. You suck, you dummy. And then, oh no, there's going to be war. And so Persephone's like, I'm not going to let that happen. So she heads back over, and then, they work out some political plans. There's maybe some revenge. I don't know. You're reading this tonight, Vanessa, so I don't want to too much.
So
but
there's still like some more, like, and there's even stuff like whenever we highlight stuff, there's paragraphs that we left out. Like, there's more detail about the fucking too.
Way more.
Yeah.
More. Yeah.
So this is definitely some plot.
Would you say plot than porn or porn than plot? This is a pretty good story though.
This is
It's like
heavy
50-50.
on the porn.
Yeah.
It's heavy on the porn.
Yeah.
Feels
But
like
it's
a Vanessa
got
book.
like a detailed story. Like, it's not just
There's like a
cookie-cutter.
purpose to it. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think that was the thing, is that there's definitely like plot, but then all of the bad reviews were like, there's no plot, there's no point, there's no world building, there's no, like they wanted a retelling like who's that author, Madeline Miller or something, who does like Circe and the Song of Achilles that are like really fleshed out and really well done. Like, people came in expecting that, and they were like,
These are not literary works.
she's going to UC Berkeley. What?
It's Kindle Unlimited.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anybody can
It's
be an
free.
author.
Girl math.
there you go.
What did the good people at Goodreads think
Good
about
people
it?
at Goodreads have some thoughts.
What did you think? What would you rate it out of 5?
I can't do that. We've talked about this.
I can't. I love it all.
I can't. I don't know. I mean, I want.
Well, it's not a 5-star, obviously.
It's not a 5-star.
It's not 2.
For what it is, it gives you exactly, here's like sex in Gotham. Like, you
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like a 3 or a 4.
3.5.
3.5.
3.
3.
I
Yeah.
want a little more. There's some, like,
Yeah.
they refer to him as like, oh yeah, he's the boogeyman.
Yeah.
Can we not?
He's
Yeah.
the Riddler.
Some things like that. Can we grow up and call him the Riddler?
Get serious.
Yeah, so that's what a lot of the people on Goodreads were saying. Goodreads, do you want to guess how many ratings there were?
A lot.
30,000.
212,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many people wrote reviews though?
24,000.
Okay.
Wow.
Almost 25,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Damn.
Amazon.
Anybody can be an author.
Emily Hornberg. We're going to do it. Amazon had a little over 18,000 ratings, and they both are 3.7.
Okay.
Okay. A says, Book Talk lied to me. It feels like it was written by a horny 8th grader who watched 50 Shades of Grey too many times.
Hell yeah. Isn't that what all these books are?
Yeah.
Yeah. This review, I usually don't do this. It's so long, but I enjoyed so much of it. So I don't know. Maybe we'll have to cut. This episode's already 4 hours, and there's going to be fireworks any second. So fuck it. I'll just read the whole thing.
Squeaky dog toys, husbands making biscuits.
Oh my God. This was the cursed episode number 13.
It's fine.
I like how we did a sound check, but we still had interference.
100%.
We didn't know. We didn't think about the bombs going off down the street. It's the sound of Hades.
Guys, that's how a sex club
More
sounds.
time.
Julie says, not even the sex is good. Like, how do
Emily says
Vanessa
different.
Clinton.
how do you take a Hades and Persephone story and turn it into absolutely boring AF shit? I came into this book expecting at least some Olive Garden level of fine dining. Instead, what I got was like if someone had scraped out the soggy food bits from the garbage disposal and plopped it on a plate with some leafy garnish on the side.
Oh,
Is that not Olive Garden? Is that
Julie-
when was the last time you ate at Olive Garden?
I think she was hoping for a 3, and in her mind, this is a 1, and she's upset. I don't know.
okay.
I don't know. Julie?
Creative.
So then she broke down, and I did condense the review a little bit, but she said the story. So yeah, it's Hades and Persephone, but like Hades and Persephone if he lived in Jersey and she...
He had to cross the Brooklyn Bridge. The Hudson Styx is hard.
because it's fucking Long Island.
But like Hades and Persephone if he lived in Jersey and she was a TikToker living off of mommy's money in NYC, New York City.
Okay.
New York City. I got so excited that it was New York City that I was like, I forgot like how to say it. Okay, and then the characters, I don't even know how to describe Hades and Persephone's personalities. Persephone is beautiful and stupid. Hades is broody and stupid. There you go.
I mean,
Wow.
right up my alley.
And then she goes, so yeah, Neon Gods, easily one of the worst books I've ever read. I would have forgiven it if the sex scenes were at least hot, but my 9th grade biology book had better smut than this.
Oh. Look, I
Okay.
think it was in 9th grade when I watched that slideshow about STDs.
Yeah.
So it was not.
They were not talking about fucking.
No, there was
Chloroform.
like fucking. It was then like the rumor of like Google blue waffle.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
sick.
Yeah.
I know. Remember 9th grade?
Don't Google that.
Shout out.
Well, I thought Sex Club sounded good.
Yeah.
I mean, you really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was hot.
There are
Yeah.
fireworks going on.
You were yeah. Literally made
Literally.
fireworks happen.
And this,
If that wasn't picked up on our microphones,
we're going to
I'll be
totally.
so surprised.
everyone's gonna be like, "Are they still talking about Phantom of the Opera?"
We'll ask our audio team to just put in firework sound effects.
Oh my god. Shoom, shoom, shoom.
Audrey said a friend bought it and passed it around the friend group, and we all kind of felt the same. Felt flat, like flat enough to not want to pay for it. Sorry. To my Kindle Unlimited ladies, don't waste a penny on it, because it turns out this wasn't Kindle Unlimited.
Oh,
People had to pay for this.
Purchase.
Do you have the physical copy? Or did you pay for it?
I mean, I think it was sometime last year when I first read it, so I must have
Got it
Bought
like on your
Bought it?
Kindle. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I don't know.
Yeah.
Money isn't real unless you hand something to someone.
Yeah.
So,
No, buy now doesn't.
Internet.
Yeah.
and finally, Cassidy says, gross.
Oh.
Thought I wanted to try romance. After this book, never again.
This was your first romance?
And last.
Oh, I mean, there's different levels.
There's
Maybe
different
you
levels.
just weren't into
you got to read more than one.
that vibe. Try some Love Light Farms. You might like that more.
Check it
Ew.
out. The hating game. You love
Yeah.
tendons, girl?
Yeah.
You love no sex?
Yeah. Try Mile High.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, that's a
Try
good
our
one.
podcast.
We'll
Yeah.
help you,
We'll help you.
Cassidy.
That
So,
was
yeah.
fun. I feel like I learned a lot. I visualized a lot. You
Yeah,
guys
you
got
did.
a good insight into my brain.
Yeah, we did.
Have you committed?
We're continuing our trend of being fucking weirdos in the new year.
Just,
getting we went from like not being comfortable to being too comfortable.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
think.
we need to
But-
remember that people are going to listen to this.
Yeah. It's like once it's released, I'm like, okay, bye. No one never said that. Well, we hope that y'all are liking it, and we're grateful that y'all are here still listening to us, and appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, share. Cross the River Styx to. What if the Crossing the River Styx is just blasting us?
That counteracts the air pressure.
That's just all they hear is with like, three annoying chicks. Ugh, sucks.
The next time you're on a plane and your ears hurt, try that.
Just start listening to us in your AirPods.
Forget the gum.
Okay, so at Clutch My Pearls Pod everywhere, TikTok, Instagram. Hopefully we'll have some more stuff coming your way. And send us an email if you have any suggestions. This was a great jumping off point. We appreciate Meg's suggestion.
Thank you.
clutchmypearlspod@gmail.com. And yeah.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy.